I'm going to show you how to assemble IKEA Platsa Wardrobe. This is the unit here we have with the 12 doors, few shelves, 6 drawers and the hinges. All this assembly gonna be in a 4 parts. And in this part, part 4, I'm gonna show you how to attach this unit to the wall, how to measure everything correctly, what kind of screws to use, and then we're gonna put the doors after we're done with the wall fixing and adjust the doors correctly. Gonna explain everything, how the screws on the hinges work for the door adjustment, and we're gonna do the door handles as well. In the previous part, in part 1, I'm gonna show you how to assemble the frames, the bottom and the top frame, and how to join them together. In the part 2, we're gonna do the drawers assembly, handrail, doors. I'm gonna show you how to speed up the process. In the part 3, I'm gonna show you a different way, how is it done in instruction, how to join the IKEA Platsa wardrobes together. And let's start the part 4 now. So first I have the unit joined together already, so I'm gonna position the whole IKEA Platsa wardrobe exactly in a place where I want it. So I measure from corner to corner where I want to have this unit. So I remember the numbers, and now we're gonna use the electric drill. This is combination of drill and screwdriver, and we're gonna use the holes in the big frame. If you like to see what I'm using here, all the links for the tools are in the description. We're gonna mark the wall through all 6 holes, so there is 2 holes for the wall mounting in each frame, so we're gonna have 6 holes in total. So just go through the hole. When you feel the wall, just mark it and stop. We're gonna go through the spacer at the back. At this point the spacer should be adjusted on the thickness of your skirting board. If you don't have the skirting board, don't use the spacer. Now we're gonna move all the frame out. If you have a carpet or it's hard to move all the frame out, just open the wardrobes. Don't join them together yet, just open them one by one. Here wall scanner, check your wall for any electric pipes or wires, anything what you don't wanna drill through. Once you're happy with that, you can start to drill. But here the wall is a bit funny, it's kind of blinking at certain spaces, so by knocking the wall you can find if the wall is hollow or there is some other material inside. If you're not sure, sometimes I use a long screw, just go through and I try to find out if there is any wooden studs or aluminum studs behind the plasterboard walls. Here I can see there is something hollow on the one side, but something solid on the middle. Especially with the middle, I wasn't sure. Sometimes when you hit the wood inside, you can feel it. If you just smell it, you can feel the wood on the screw. If you hit it, in this case I didn't feel anything. I thought there is some kind of metal. I'm not sure what it is exactly because it's blinking on that spot, but I'm just gonna be more cautious. I think it's aluminum studs which they usually behind the plasterboard wall, but I don't want to risk it, so I'm just gonna go gently on the middle. So here, if I feel something hard, some resistance to the drill, I'm just gonna stop, not gonna go all the way in. All the other holes are fine, just 2 holes on the middle, they are a bit funny, but I'm counting on the plasterboard wall. There is no any pipes or electric wires behind it, so I think there is gonna be just something behind the wall what is triggering the wall scanner as well. You see, I didn't go all the way in 2 of them, so I'm just gonna cut the rest of the wall plug. I go very tight on the holes. I'm using like a little bit smaller drill than the wall plug, so the plugs go very tight in the hole. Depend on your wall, you choose the right wall plugs, and here I just cut edge of the plug on one side, and I'm gonna do the same on the middle for the other one. Here I'm still trying to figure out what is inside. It's kind of irritating me, this one, so I was checking out, and yeah, I didn't feel anything there, so I'm just gonna go with the plug there, try to figure out how deep I can go. There's something stopping me there, but it doesn't let me all the way in, so I'm just gonna go how far I can, and then I just cut the rest of the plug. So the 4, they're gonna be very strong, and those 2, they should be alright as well. I'm just gonna use the long screws, which they are about 6 centimeters, because I have the spacer at the back, so you can see if you put it through the hole, that's how much they're gonna come out. That should be enough. You have last chance to clean behind your wardrobe. So just take all the dust and clean it out, otherwise you're not going to be able to come in there anymore once you put the wardrobe in and secure it to the wall. unless you unscrew it or whole thing, which we don't want to do anymore. And that's it, we push the whole frame in, and now you remember the numbers, what you measured it before from one side and on the other side. Push it all the way in till the wall, till the skirting boards. Now I'm gonna measure it, exact the same measurement as we did, as we take before we mark the wall with the drill. And one side, other side. If I'm happy with the measurements, I'm gonna check if you have a small flashlight or maybe light on your phone, you can use it as well. Just have a look through the holes. You're gonna see the wall plug on the other side. If you right on the top of it, you in the right space, right position, and you can start to prepare the screws. So we're gonna have those 6 cm screws, so that's gonna be enough because we have the stopper for the skirting board, and we're gonna put those washers in. The washers going the other way around, so it's sticking out from one side. It's kind of look like a plate, so the higher side is on the side where is the screw head. Just place them in. You're gonna feel the resistance from the wall plug. Secure the sides first. One side, happy with that. Go to the other side. We got 2 screws in each frame. Place it in. It's coming nice and tight in. Secure it. Don't overrun the screws. You're gonna feel the resistance from the wall plug. Once you're happy, it's tight enough. That's it. Stop. Don't overrun it, because you can twist the wall plug in the wall and then it's useless. The whole connection is gonna be useless. Here on the other side, exactly the same. 2 screws through the big frame. Place it in and secure it. Once you're happy, you can move on the middle. Here we have those smaller ones, which I was a little bit confused about the holes. Let's see how they're gonna grip. I think it's gonna be fine. It's gonna run through a whole wall plug. Should be fine. It give me nice resistance at the end on that side and here. You see the small screwdriver didn't cut it here, as the screw give me quite strong resistance, so I used the bigger screwdriver here. All good. Happy with that. This is the covers for the screws. Just click it in. So we just cover all the holes. It's gonna click on the top of the washer. So you cover the screw and the washer. That's it. A whole frame is nicely attached to the wall, secured. Happy with that. The sides are not opening. Check all your connections. Nothing's opening. All good. And we can move slowly towards the drawers. You can put all the interiors in. So you're gonna have drawers, shelves, and rails. Wheels on the drawer, go over the wheels in the hanger. You see I'm lifting the drawer slightly up and then I'm pushing it all in. The key is patient. Don't force it anything. Just go over the wheel and slide the drawers in. If you want more details, it's all in a previous part. Shelves, just push it all in. We have them done previously in the previous parts as well, so if you want details how this is done, just check it out, the previous parts. We can put the doors in. So on the top doors we have 2 hinges and we have the brackets already on, so we just secure with the 1 screw and secure the doors. We're gonna see how they are lining up, if we need to adjust them. In this case we're gonna have to adjust them quite a lot. I'm gonna explain everything how that's done in the moment. The top doors, they have 2 hinges, bottom doors they have 3 hinges, those slightly bigger doors. See, not even doors, we're gonna have to adjust them, and here you have to take into consideration you have 6 doors on the in line, so you have to adjust the doors accordingly, the doors in the one frame and against the doors in the next frame as well, so you have to just go slowly on the screws. I'm gonna explain there is 3 adjusting screws on this hinge. I'm gonna explain that in a moment how it all works. You see all the doors are flying up and down. The one side is left and right. This can happen when your floor is not in the level or the wall is not in the level, and once you're mounting the wardrobe on the wall, you kind of twist the whole frames in a way where the door's gonna go a bit funny. If you're lucky and your wall is nicely in the 90 degrees with the floor, that's where you don't have the problems with the funny lining up. In this case, the door's gonna go a bit up and down, so you're gonna have to adjust them, but I'm gonna explain you that in the moment how you achieve that. So here, big doors, 3 hinges, exactly the same as because they're small, there's only one screw. So you see all those doors gonna have to be adjusted. They go a bit funny. Let's fix the doors first. The big doors as well, they have 3 hinges. Put all the hinges into the brackets, do one by one from the top to the bottom, and then when you're in completely, just secure the one screw on the bracket. And that's all how the hinge is secured with the frame. That's the screw which you have to secure it. Top, bottom and the middle. Okay, all done. And now you see the doors are not even top and bottom, so the cross is not straight, so I'm gonna have to adjust it. Here we have 3 adjustable screws, and this screw here, the hinge go up and down, so you're gonna have to adjust all the hinges. This screw, the doors go left and right, and this screw, doors go in or out. First we're gonna move this door up. Just twist each of these screws on each hinge to one side where you want it, depend if you want to go up or down. When you're gonna twist the hinge, you're gonna see where the hinge is moving. In this case we're going up. You see, if you made mistake, just go the other way around. I find it quite hard, especially adjustment of this screw, so you just have to press it quite hard on the hinge. See, the doors move quite nicely up. So if you're happy, you can move to the next door. Here we have kind of funny stuff on the other side, so we're gonna have to move all the left up. All the screws which is moving the hinge up and down gonna have to go up. As I mentioned, this screw is quite tough, so you have to press quite hard on that screw to move the hinge up and down. If you overrun it, you're not gonna be able to adjust the doors anymore, so just watch out. Those other two, they are easier to adjust, they are much lighter, so if you cannot do it with up and down, you go with the in or out or left and right. So you got the 3 adjustable screws, but first go up and down. I always starting with the up and down, so you can adjust the height and then you adjust how far the doors are from each other to have a nice equal gap. Okay, quite happy with the top, still a little bit more. And then we're gonna have to do exactly the same with the big door, just move it slightly higher. See, the gap is still big there, so we move the doors slightly up. So this gap is quite big, the cross is not even, so we're gonna have to move all the bottom, the big door up. So exactly the same, twist the screw. Here the bigger screwdriver is more useful because I have to press it quite harder on those screws. And this screwdriver, combination of the screwdriver and drill is strong enough to push that screw to the side where I want it. Quite happy with that. It's not gonna be 100% in some cases, but just go till you think is the closest to perfection. In a case when you have a lot of doors, it's quite hard to adjust it if the doors are very uneven. So just get it close to what you want and just leave it at that, because it's quite hard to adjust the doors perfectly if the whole frame is twisted. Here is door handles. This is a very specific door handle, and you just have to clip it in on the edge. So just measure it how far you want to go from the edge of the door. Here I choose one measurement on the top, and then I just gonna clip the other side, not gonna even measure it. You see, when you close it, you can put the second hinge there, hold it in place in the same height and just clip it in. There is 2 holes from inside, you can secure it with the 2 screws. I even didn't bother with that because this clip going very hard inside. Try to do it this in a first try. Go in the right spot, because when you wanna push the hinge up or down, you're gonna scratch the doors. If you're gonna have to push it a little bit up and down, take it out and click it in again. Don't just slide the hinge up and down, otherwise you're gonna scratch the doors. If you have like half millimeter difference, it's good enough to tap it a little bit with a hammer, push it up. But if you have more than that, just take it out and put it in again. You see, I have like half millimeter here, so I just push it slightly with a hammer, but I don't go too much because it's the grip is very tight, so it's gonna scratch doors. Here I'm measuring from the bottom of the doors, and on the other side gonna measure from the bottom of the drawers, as I want to have them in exact the same height. If you have drawers at the bottom and on the other side doors, just go from the bottom. That's how they're gonna be in the same level. Top one, last one, on the top, and the big doors. Here drawers go on the middle, so here the key is the measure, the right middle, and so basically you have the hinge exactly the same from each side, so just measure it twice, click it once in. Once you're happy with the measurements, click it in. As I mentioned, if you want to use those 2 holes from inside, you can secure it with the screws, but I find it like the grip is very tight, so I don't use any screws there on that side. And just clip it in. Happy with that, and do all 3. This is the last one. Measure it, all of them, and click it in. And that's it. That's how you do the door handles. They look quite nice, very simple, but good looking door handles. I like those. Easy to install as well. You don't need to drill anything. Perfect. And this is it, end of part 4. I hope you enjoy it. If yes, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel as always. You will made my day. Thank you very much, and see you in my next one very soon. Thank you for watching. Have a fantastic day.